Hey guys, so before we get into the video, I just want to give a shout out to my wife. Yesterday from the day I filmed, I'm not sure what day you guys are seeing this, yesterday was our 12th year anniversary, which, man, I feel that's a long time for me. But that is 16 years together and 12 years married. Crazy. But anyway, you guys don't see the misses on the channel ever, because that's one stipulation of hers. She does not want to be in front of the camera. But anyway, thanks, hon. I appreciate you. I'm talking to my wife here. Yeah, big shout out to her. I couldn't do it without her. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Check this out, guys. Look at all of the red-tailed hawks. Everywhere. They're migrating back through. They're everywhere on this field. I mean, look at them there. What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's so many. So many red tails. Good grief. They're just everywhere. Blackbirds. More red tails, more red tails. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another one. Okay, well, there's not a whole lot going on yet, but first thing I gotta get done is I had to leave work this morning just a little bit because the guy who's buying about 150-ish of the chicks that I have is picking them up here in about 20 minutes, and I don't have them caught yet. So I'm headed to go get them caught so I can get them sold so I can make a little bit of my money back. So that's what I'm up to right now. But all those hawks, I'm sure that you guys, in some areas anyway, have hawks come through in migration like that too, but they come through, you know, fall and spring every time, and it still always catches me off guard to see that many birds in one spot. Raptors anyway. So anyway, just thought you guys might like that. So let me get these birds caught and I'll talk to you in a bit. Well, there they are, a bunch of Rhode Island red sex link, and barred rock chicks. All pullets. I'm selling them about $2 cheaper than what I should be. Not losing money, but I mean, of course you can't lose money, that'd be a bad deal. But I needed space real bad, so made the guy a deal. He's taking 145 of them. Yeah, I'm not gonna complain because I am making a little bit on them and I don't have to feed them anymore and I got a little bit more space. So yeah, there's that. I gotta go back to work, get these chicks sold, and I'll probably pick you guys up this afternoon. Not sure what we're gonna do yet, but we're gonna do some stuff this afternoon. But I thought I'd kind of fill you in on some things that are happening a little bit before. So see you guys in a bit. All right, I am off of work. And it's nice outside. It's a little bit windier than what I want, but it's like 80 degrees. This is weird. Yeah, we had snow, what, last week? Week before? Last week. I forget. My mind is just not quite as functional as I'd like it to be right now. Anyway, I'm on the way home, but it's been nice and warm. We've had a little bit of moisture. It's time to check and see if any asparagus has popped up. So we're gonna stop here in a minute and see if we can find some. Okay, walking up to my spot here. Boy, the grass has gotten a lot taller. Oh my, look at that. There's one. That guy's a little bit tall. We'll just make a pile here. Cool, we got some that should have been picked a day or two ago. Is there more? Ooh, there's one. Not quite as big as you should be, but that's okay. What else can we find? Let me look a little bit more and see what I can find. Look at that one. That's a good one right there. And then over here, check out that one. Another real nice one. Then over here. And, oh wow, there's some real nice ones. Never mind me, just picking some good old ditchweed. So, got a few more here. the farmer stopped by and talked to me for a little bit. That was fun. I hadn't talked to him in a little while, and we reminisced about, my grandma used to pick this patch quite a bit, and he was telling me about some of the things that she used to do and whatnot. One thing that I had totally forgot that she had done is, you know how it's really hard to find them in this tall grass and stuff? Like, I mean, it's tall. The asparagus grows quick, but it's hard to see them. He said that she used to come over and she would put salt down, and it would knock back the weeds some, but would keep the asparagus incinerated. He's like, yeah, feel free to cultivate it like that if you want. But he came, let me know that I can cross the fence and, you know, pick through some of it if I can find it. So big thanks to him. So yeah, let's see if we can find some more. I got bounced back and forth the fence because I see some over there and then I see some over here. So yeah, let's see if we can find more. Well, we got a good little handful. I'll show you when we get back to the truck. And another thing, I want to show you guys something that the farmer literally just told me about. I knew nothing about it, but let me show you. We gotta go down a little ways before I can actually show you what he was telling me, if I can find it anyway. Okay, here is our asparagus haul. Not a bad little fistful. I'm not gonna complain. Now, I think this is what he was talking about here. Check this out. He told me that these are wild currants. Hopefully the frost didn't get to them, but you see there's little berries there at the end of the flowers. Now on this stretch of road here, there's a lot of them. He said that he doesn't mind if I pick a few. There's another person that kind of has permission / claim to picking a bunch of these, but he said I can try some if I want to. So it's gonna be a couple of months before they're ready, if the frost didn't get them, because we had a pretty good freeze not too long ago, so hopefully it didn't knock them too hard. But if these all produce, I mean, I have no idea how big these things get. I'm kind of excited. You guys might know all about these. You guys need to tell me about these things and give me some ideas on how to use them. He likes to put them on cereal fresh. I've never had them. I need to know what to do with them if I can, you know, get a handful of them anyway. So yeah, learn something new every day. What do you know? I was driving along. I see some more. It's weird how things that you had no idea existed, you drive along and all of a sudden they just pop out at you. Kind of curious. Sorry, I'm jumping all over the place, guys. I hope you don't mind. So when I was a kid, I used to come down here to this bridge and I would catch crawdads and, you know, all sorts of stuff out of this little mud hole here. I'm kind of curious if there's anything in here anymore. Obviously the raccoons have been down here a lot. I don't know. What do you guys think? Anything in here? I remember there was a lot of concrete chunks down in here because we used to try and take a seining net through here and it was not a great situation. I remember there used to be bullheads, you'd catch some perch, there's always carp. There used to be a big carp, but this thing used not to dry up quite this much. Not even close. I don't know. What do you think? Should I come down here sometime, see if we can find anything? Sounds like fun to me. But maybe another day. Or maybe I'll get bored and do it today, who knows? Now that I've drug you guys through that, I'm really curious if there's anything over on my grandparents' little lagoon pond there. I went there the other day and there were a pair of spoonies. Oh, Mr. Hollywood was showing off. Beautiful bird. And there was also a half dozen blue wings. Hopefully they're there. Okay, we are here. I don't see anybody. Holy cow. Well, they saw me, but there are turtles all over this thing. I bet I saw 30 of them on the banks here. Well, definitely gonna have to solve that. Gonna have to build a turtle trap. Today? Let's build a turtle trap today. Was not planning on doing that, but you know, let's go do this thing. Man, do I have all the supplies for that? I'm not sure. It's been a while since I made one, but let's get one made and get it out there. Okay, after running around all over the place and finally getting my stuff together, what we have is I got myself a 3-inch piece of sewer line. Normally I do 4-inch PVC, but this is so much lighter, I'm gonna try doing this. Got myself 4 90s. If you're using sewer line like this, make sure one of them, what they call it, a street? Is that? I'm not sure exactly what it's called. But anyway, sewer pipe has one end that's belled. Make sure you get one that fits there. Made that mistake one time. Not ideal. And normally I use 1x2 chicken wire, but we're gonna try the 2x3 garden fence here. I know if I catch anything under 3 inches, that's gonna get away. But do I really need to catch those? The answer is yes, but we can put a chicken wire on the inside or something like that if a bunch of little ones are getting away. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this guy here. I'm gonna make him into a 2x3 rectangle. Once I get him cut, I'll pick it up and show you guys me putting it together. Let me get this thing cut real quick. Okay, Grandpa always did say, measure twice, cut once. Never said I was the smartest person. Yeah, so I'm a genius and somehow managed to make one 4 inches too short. So now we have 2 foot by 2.5 foot instead of 3. Which will be okay, it's just not quite as big as it could have been. So, saving on wire. Let's get this thing glued together and then we'll start on the cage part of the trap, which I'll show you here in just a second. So, let's get this thing glued. Putting lots of glue in there because you don't want water to get in there at all. There you go. Now we're gonna do this with all of them. When you put this together though, make sure you get a rectangle. You don't want to put the same side together. Did that one time, doesn't work very well. Now what I do when I get to this point, you want to make sure it sits flat. So I like to do it on a good flat surface. That way I can push down on it and make sure that it stays level because you don't want it to be whopper jawed. Now when you get to this point here, you want to put both those ends on that pipe. That way you can shove it on here and keep it, I mean, it's a lot easier to do. Took me a little while to figure that out, but that's what you do. Sorry guys, I forgot to show you this. So I went ahead and measured my circumference of my turtle trap frame there. And so I went and rolled out my wire, measured out the correct amount, and now we're just basically gonna make a basket that goes underneath this thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it into a circle. I'm just gonna connect the ends and we're gonna stick it onto this thing, then put a bottom on it, and then I'll show you the next part. Sorry, I forgot. We're gonna cut that thing in half first. Okay, now that I got that done, I am going to wire these 2 ends together. I left a good prong on the end of these here. That way, hopefully I can use that to secure them together. Sorry guys, I totally didn't realize it was that windy. Okay, so what I did is I went and tightened it up a little bit. It was a little bit loose. Went and pushed it over, stretched the wire just a little bit so it pushed over the edge. So it's actually in there really, really snug. I'm gonna secure that with wire. And now I'm just kind of squaring up my corners. All you gotta do for that is just go and just sort of, give it a corner. That way now when we cut out our bottom, we can just stick it on there. We'll take these wires that we left long and we'll just secure the bottom like that. And that'll give us the base of our trap. Okay, moved over here out of the wind. Sorry I didn't do that sooner guys. I'm not sure what I was thinking. I knew I had to go over there and do the pipe part on the cement because it had to stay flat. But I'm not sure why I didn't move over here once it got to the wire. My bad. Hopefully it's not ruined. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the wire, we're gonna spread it on the bottom side here. Well, it's the top right now, but it will be the bottom. Fasten it down, and then get to finishing the trap. It's almost done. Hopefully we get it out there yet tonight. Forgot how much time this takes. You can use like hog rings or something like that instead. I just do this because it's a little bit stronger and it saves a little bit of material. But like a hog ringer, that would say, I mean, I'd been done a long time ago. I should have just done it that way, but it is what it is. This is the way I started, so this is the way I'm gonna finish it. All right, there we go. Now, what happens is, this is a closed cell, of course, so it'll float. That keeps all your turtles on the inside. Now, the reason you want the wire to be on the outside of your framework is that way when the turtles swim to the edge and they try and swim up, they can't climb out. If the wire's on the inside of the trap, they can just climb the wire and then they're out of the trap. All right, normally I use plywood because what you do is when this is floating out there,
well, not when it's floating, but what you do is you put a ramp up to here. Now normally I use plywood and it just sort of sits there and floats, but it gets waterlogged after a while. So I wasn't sure if a yoga mat would do just as good or not, but I got one just to see if it would work just the same. So I'm gonna wire that just on this edge. I want the turtles to be able to come up and sit on here and then go in without being able to grab a hold of it and climb back out again. So that's the plan. I'm gonna cut this thing in half, wire it to the frame here, and then we'll be done, ready to go put it out in the water. So let me get that done real quick. Okay, so now this, when it's out in the water, should float about like this, and the turtle should come up on here and then get up on this edge, and then hopefully they slide in that way. We can bait it after a while with whatever you got laying around that turtles might eat. But for the first week or so, we just want them to get used to it, and we'll just let them hang out there. So I'm gonna get the one put on the other side, and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, losing light fast. I will show you guys the best I can. We're getting ready to throw that trap out into the pond. I've got a tether for it. It took me a second to find that. We're gonna tether it to the side and see how close up to the middle we can chuck it. And then I do want to tell you guys, this Friday, which is coming up here, well, this week, the week that I'm filming this, there is that small animal sale. Taking a bunch of chicks to it. We're gonna see if we can find some stuff to buy too. So hopefully you guys are excited about that. I am. I don't know if you guys like it or not, but I love going to auctions. So I hope we can find Ryan Gosling there, a buddy to hang out with other than a goat. Because, I mean, he thinks he's a goat, but I mean, he is the goat, not a goat though. But anyway, hopefully we can find some geese to buy. We'll see how it all goes. You never know. You never know what's gonna show up there. So that is coming up, but let's bomb out to the pond real quick and see if we can get this turtle trap out there. Well, I made it to the pond. Look at that. Some old bullfrogs out here. I had never looked around here before for them. Jump in, buddy. There's another one. Oh, that's a leopard frog or a grass frog. All right. We're gonna go out here to the side that's a little bit bigger. Surprised I haven't seen a snake yet. Hey, little bullfrog. Hey, bud. Well, frogs is a good sign. That means, you know, this is actually a little bit more of a viable pond. Got a stake, got a rope. Let me set this up and I'll show you that she floats. Well, I hope she floats. That'd be terrible if it didn't. Okay, all I did is I went and took this, put the loop on there. It shouldn't come off of that. Went ahead and just knotted it onto there. And I'm gonna chuck it out there and see what she does. All right, there it is. Actually looks better than what I thought it might. So there's a good spot where the turtles can come up and sun on. Hopefully it's not too wide. If they just come up and end up sitting on these edges here, then we are probably gonna have to cut them down a little bit to make them sit on the edge of the trap. But it normally takes about a week or so before you get any action at all, because it's a new thing in their house. You gotta let them get used to it. So I still gonna check it every day, but it'll probably be a week or two before you actually get to see a results video from it. So you guys are gonna have to stay tuned and hang out. Anyway, that is it for this video. I hope you guys didn't mind it. I hope you guys are excited about seeing what we can catch. Thanks so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, I'd appreciate if you guys would subscribe. It would help me out a bunch. I'll say it again. A couple videos ago, I said that if I hit 50,000 subscribers before the 4th of July, I will shave. And I'm putting that at the end of the video because I'm hoping you guys didn't stay that long. Because I really don't want to shave. I'm not sure why I put it out there, but I did. Anyway, if you guys liked the video, I'd appreciate a like, and we'll see you on the next one.